Hello, welcome to EPG Pathshala. Today we are going to learn the module History of Printing Press. Students, have you ever wondered how we are able to read books that to multiple editions having multiple pages of the same book over the years? This curiosity will take you towards the history of development of printing and that of printing press, which has revolutionized the way our administrative, political, social and religious lives have changed. If we have to name one development which has brought Vinayasa in the true sense and has helped us in becoming a knowledge society, there will be no denying the fact that it is the evolution of the printing press. So now let us begin this module. I am very sure that after completion of this module, you will be able to say how printing press evolved and what were the stages of development. You will also be able to define and understand the history of development of printing press in India and also some of the interesting technological developments which took place in the history of development of the printing press. So let's go. To quote the famous American translator Stephen Mitchell, no invention changed the amount of information available to humankind as radically as that of non-electric hand-operated machine that arrived in Europe in the 15th century, that is, the printing press. Mitchell was right, but for the invention of printing press, the growth of humankind would have remained incomplete. There would have been no newspaper, no magazine, and no easily available books and scholarly materials to disseminate knowledge and enlighten human beings. We would have been living in the darkness of ignorance, and the concept of information age would have remained a fantasy. The printing press, therefore, is considered one of the most revolutionary inventions that changed the course of human history for better. In this chapter, we will explore the chronological growth of the printing press. We will examine the events that culminated in the invention of this revolutionary technology, besides delving into the later developments it has undergone. We will also focus on the journey of printing press in India. The beginning. The earliest known attempts to print an image were made in the Mesopotamia of 3000 BC. The Mesopotamians, according to archaeological surveys, stamped images on clay tablets with the help of round, cylinder, seal. Around the same time, the Chinese and the Egyptians also started using small stamps to print on clothes. Woodblock printing. With time, small stamps and seals gave way to the use of wood blocks for printing of images, text and patterns on textile and later paper. This form of printing came to be known as woodblock printing. The Chinese were at the forefront of the growth of woodblock printing. During the regime of Han Dynasty around 220 AD, clothes were printed with silk under the influence of Buddhism, which urged its followers to reproduce and distribute its religious text among masses. Woodblock technology began to be used on papers instead of clothes. A great number of Buddhist texts were printed and distributed. The technology then reached Europe, thanks to Muslim traders who had learned it from the Chinese. Till around 1380, Europeans were also using the old technique of printing images on clothes to spread religious teaching. By 1400, Europe had begun producing religious images and playing cards on paper using woodcut technology. This gave way to the movable type. From woodblock, the printing technology shifted to movable type, a technique of printing in which movable components were used to print individual letters on a paper. The credit for inventing world's first movable type machine goes to Chinese Bi Sheng. Bi Sheng's invention didn't succeed much because Chinese language had enormous number of characters and working with individual letters that would turn out to be a very expensive affair. The dawn of the printing press. Once movable type reached Europe, attempts to better it started. By the middle of the 15th century, a number of people were claiming to have perfected the art of printing with movable metal type. However, the first man who demonstrated it in public was Johannes Gutenberg of Germany. Born in a noble family of Mainz, Gutenberg worked as a stone cutter and goldsmith in his formative years. His knowledge of metals that he had acquired as a goldsmith helped him invent the printing press as we know it today. Gutenberg prepared an alloy of lead, tin, and antimony. This alloy could be melted at low temperature and cast well in the die, besides remaining durable in the press. This helped in using and reusing pieces of type separately till the metal in which they were cast remained in good condition. A highlight of Gutenberg's printing press was that it allowed the mirror image of each letter instead of entire word or phrase to be carved in relief on a small block. Individual letters, which could be moved easily, came together to form words. A blank space bar was used to separate one word from the other. Thus, many words separated by blank spaces constituted a line of type, and several lines of type formed a page. As the press allowed letters to be arranged in any format, varieties of text began to be printed by using and reusing the type in the press. In 1452, Gutenberg started working on his Bible project. He had taken loan for it as well. Within a 3-year span, he was able to print as many as 200 copies of his 2-volume Bible. This came to be known as Gutenberg's Bible. He also tried colored printing to create heading in some of the pages of this Bible. Gutenberg made plenty of money by selling Bible at Frankfurt Book Fair in 1455. Only 50 of Gutenberg Bibles have been able to withstand the test of time and survive till date. For his contribution, Gutenberg is regarded as the father of printing press. He also introduced the use of oil-based ink, which lasted for longer duration as compared to previously used water-based ink. Gutenberg tried his best to keep his invention a secret, but he couldn't stop others from learning his technique. Very soon, a number of printing presses were set up across Europe. In fact, by the end of the 15th century, some 2,500 cities in Europe had printing press. In the beginning, Germans ruled the roost in printing business, but very soon Italians caught up with them. Printing press revolution. The printing revolution occurred when the spread of the printing press facilitated the wide circulation of information and ideas, acting as an agent of change through the societies that it reached. Printing activities increased manifold across Europe post the invention of the printing press. By 1500, printers were available in various cities of Germany, Spain, France, Italy, Netherlands, Switzerland, Belgium, England, Poland, and Bohemia. These presses in total had already printed more than 20 million copies of different texts. In the 16th century, these numbers increased by tenfold as 150 to 200 million copies were printed during this era. The growth in printing technology ushered a new era of newspapers which began in Europe in the 16th century. Through newspapers, people were provided with up-to-date information in a way never imagined before. Printing press mushroomed across Europe first and later in other parts of the world too. The printing press played a stellar role in the formation of a group of scientists who started disseminating their discoveries by publishing scholarly journals. The printing press led to an increase in the publication of books. Authorship suddenly became profitable and led to the formulation of copyright rules. With printed materials becoming available to the majority of the people, the adult literacy rate increased rapidly throughout Europe. Later developments. After Gutenberg, another German who played a key role in the growth of printing press was a printer named Frederick Koenig. Koenig devised a series of press designs between 1802 and 1818. He used in his designs steam power for operating the machinery, besides replacing the printing flatbed with the rotary motion of cylinders. Koenig moved to London in 1804. In London, he met Thomas Bensley, who agreed to sponsor his project. In 1810, he successfully operated steam press, which was like any hand press, but had a steam engine connected to it for supplying power. In the same year, he got it patented. Helping him in his production was a German engineer called Andreas Friedrich Bohr. King and Bohr managed to sell two of their presses in 1814. These presses were capable of printing 1100 impressions per hour. Soon they were perfected in a way that they could be used to print on both sides of a sheet at once. This made the production of newspapers easy and also changed the nature of book production with more emphasis given on standardization in titles and other metadata. Their company, King and Bor AG, is still in existence and considered one of the world's largest manufacturers of printing press. In 1843, Richard M. Hoe of US invented the steam-powered rotary printing press, which was capable of printing millions of copies in a single day. In the middle of the 19th century, printing technology witnessed a new development in the form of the arrival of jobbing press. Jobbing press were small presses which allowed printing of small format pieces. For example, billheads, letterheads, business cards and envelopes. They could be set up and used to print materials very quickly. By the 1940s, the printing technology had become so efficient that using a printing press, 2,500 to 3,000 impressions could be made per hour. Indian context. Till now, we have learned about how the printing press emerged as a revolutionary invention which changed our world for better. Let us now shed some light on the growth of the printing industry in our country. In India, the Christian missionaries who wanted to produce the Bible introduced printing and publishing. The printing came first to Goa in 1556 and then moved along the coastline to Cochin and other areas to reach Kolkata. Fort William, Calcutta and Serampore along the east coast emerged as important centers of Indian printing in the early years, followed by Bombay. On November 6, 1556, the first literature printed in India was released. The missionaries established a number of printing presses in many parts of India, triggering a language and literature revolution. B.S. Kesavan, in his 3-volume comprehensive History of Printing and Publishing in India, published by National Book Trust, wrote, "The history of printing starts with the rehearsal of evangelist efforts of Catholic and Protestant. 59 years after the landing of Vasco da Gama in India, the printing press opened its account at Goa, a few decades after the beginning of the 16th century. Within 100 years of the printing of Gutenberg's Bible in Germany, India initiated its groping towards fashionable types for the many Indian languages. In 1780, the first English newspaper, James Augustus Hickey's Bengal Gazette, was published in Calcutta, and from then, the journey of printed newspapers started in India. The first language book to be published was The Grammar of the Bengali Language in 1778. Malayalam and Tamil were close contenders for the honor of being the first Indian language to exploit movable type. After the establishment of printing press, newspapers began to appear in various cities. The first news journal in any Indian language was Digdarshan, published in 1818 by the Serampore Mission in Bengali, followed by Samachar Darpan. The success of the Bengali monthly Digdarshan encouraged the missionaries to embark on a new venture, the publication of a Bengali newspaper. Joshua Marsham and William Ward took the initiative of publishing the newspaper. Harchandra Rao at about the same time was also planning to start a Bengali newspaper from his own printing press at Chhora Bagan Street in Calcutta. But before he could bring out his publication, the missionaries published the first issue of Samachar Darpan from the Baptist Mission Press in Serampore on May 23, 1818. James Hickey, the introducer of printing press in India. James Hickey, an Irishman, introduced printing press for the first time in India. In 1780, he published the country's first newspaper named Bengal Gazette, which featured gossips about senior officials of East India Company. Subsequently, he was punished by Warren Hastings, the then Governor General of India, and jailed for 2 years for criticizing the Governor General's wife. Nothing could stop him from writing though. Hickey was a businessman, and after exploring the markets of Calcutta, he understood the scope of the printing press. With the permission of British government, the first printing press was set up in 1780. By 1782, printing press was shut down and Hickey had to leave the country. But then he had already inspired many people who went on to print several newspapers in local languages later. Current scenario: India has more than 50,000 printing presses at present. Some of them are big, some medium, and some small. About 90% of these presses fall into the last category, which employ just 5 to 10 workers. The government has its own printing press, including 3 textbook presses at Chandigarh, Bhubaneswar, and Mysore, and 1 litho press at Faridabad. The state governments and in many cases the public sector undertakings also have their own printing press. There are 5 printing schools, 2 at Chennai and 1 each at Mumbai, Kolkata and Allahabad, which impart training in printing technology at degree level. New printing technologies. The emergence of newer and better printing technologies from time to time has helped in the growth and diversification of the media and gave them color and gloss, alluring layout and a variety of typographical design. From the 80s, we have witnessed a spurt in the production of better quality dailies and tabloids. Today, the print media comprise newspaper, magazine, trade journal, textbook, poster, leaflet, direct mail literature, and printed material and graphics of various types shown on the wide and small screen. In addition, a variety of mass circulate commercial items now roll out of printing press. These include wrappers, calendar, packaging label, postcard, street banners, postal stamps, currency notes, checkbooks, stationery pad, which are work of great art. Much of educational and cultural system, information and promotion departments and government publishing depend on print today. The principal technological advances which have accounted for this growth in the domain of the print media are computerization and automation in typesetting, image manipulation of word processing, multicolor scanning, processing and offset printing. Some of other sophisticated printing technologies have followed in quick succession. Recent developments. The induction of modern printing technologies has brought about a new climate of working in the print media organization. Desktop publishing began in 1983 with a program developed by James Davis at a community newspaper in Philadelphia. The desktop publishing market exploded in 1985 with the introduction in January of the Apple Laser Writer printer and later in July with the introduction of PageMaker software from Aldus, which rapidly became the desktop publishing industry standard software. Then in 1985, Adobe PageMaker overtook Microsoft Word in professional DTP. Before the advent of desktop publishing, the only option available to most people for producing typed documents was a typewriter, which offered only a handful of typefaces and 1 or 2 font sizes. In big organizations, reporters now type their copy straight on the computer linked with video terminals and not on the mechanical typewriter. Copy, after correction, is stored in a small computer where it can be retrieved by the desk for final selection and electronic editing. The next stage is to prepare the layout page by page, again by the video process. The final copies of pages are sent to the bigger computer, which transits them to the specially sensitive plates of printing. The desk is no more clustered with edited copies of proofread material. There is no noise of whirling machines or that of the deafening rotaries. No storage of galleys or stereo plates used in the former rotary printing. No spoiling of hands by the lathe. The copies of newspapers that we read at home are now elegantly printed, bearing creative typographical and layout designs. In fact, printing today has become a graphic art. The future. In future, offset and digital forms of printing will coexist and complement each other. In terms of productivity and reliability, digital printing is going to be more cost effective as it offers higher runs and can produce prints quickly. Further, the launch of 3D printing is ensuring that the realm of printing world would not remain confined to putting ink on paper. 3D printers can produce three-dimensional objects using additive manufacturing process for developing prototypes, human cells and even organs, including the heart and liver. So students, with this we have come to the end of this module, that is the history of printing press. In this module we have traced the growth of printing press, how it emerged in Mesopotamia and then how it progressed. We have seen about the wood block printing to movable type, and then how Charles Babbage contributed a great deal in making printing a reality. Then we have seen what happened in the print scenario in the context of India, how James Augustus Hickey newspaper revolutionized the entire concept of information and knowledge based society. Then we have seen how new technologies has helped to evolve print in new areas, and we are seeing the evolution of digital printing and printing of 3D imaging also. So with this we come to the end of this module. I hope it has increased your understanding and at least have elicited your interest in the emergence and the evolution of printing press in the world and also in the Indian scenario. Happy reading. Thank you.